So are we changing roles? I feel in many ways, yes. Some of it for good reason, some of it for bad reason. I think the good guys out there are now very apprehensive because the guys that get most of the attention are the dirt bags. I won't use other phrases for them that I think we've all heard. But yeah, um, there are a lot of there's this guy that shares this page on social. I think he calls it hoflation, and he
That's funny.
and the idea is that if you were to rank men and women on a scale of 1 to 10, however we see that as individuals, it's if you're a 6 or a 7, like you want, if you're a 6, you want the 7, 8s, 9s, and vice versa. But it's like we neglect the ones, like we're not as honest with ourselves about the people that we would be most compatible with. But his idea there is that if we look at the attention that both get for the 8s, 9s, and 10s, so the men, there's really about 10% of the men that are getting 90% of the attention.
I read that.
And right. And then and vice versa, but it's a little bit different how it goes this way. But there are like a lot of guys are just don't want to put in the effort anymore. And then the ones that are burned from terrible divorces where they get half their stuff taken and they don't get to see their kids.
That's huge also.
Not that those are, I mean, I know every situation is a little bit different, but being very general now, there are a lot of guys out there that are like, why would I risk, all of this stuff for another relationship? And both sides absolutely get burnt, and then they have their own trauma that they're carrying. But regardless of that, what I'm noticing is the attention that people get really skew this whole thing. And I think that's one of the big struggles is guys have stopped putting in the effort, and now women have to try harder, but the guys that they're going after are getting so much attention that now they've become like the women that guys complain about because their DMs are full and they've got all of these options, and now they get weird. I know, because it's like, I won't get too far into that.
No,
the point is about the masculine energy.
I can imagine.
I do very little pursuing, is what I'm trying to say. And but I want to pursue, but I do a lot of networking. I'm in professional settings, and so I always err on the side of maybe they're not interested in all. I'm just being 100% professional, but then I also try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just being friendly and kind and don't want everybody to hit on them. But then you don't know, and you don't want to be the guy that they're talking about to their friends about this
creepy guy. The creepy guy.
Yes. And so the good guys don't want to come across as creepy either. So anyway, it creates a very weird dynamic. But the part about the masculine and the feminine energy is, I believe now, whether you like it or not, women are going to need to, I call it, drop more handkerchiefs. That's like the old
school,
style,
right? Like, hey, thank you.
Find your way to drop a handkerchief to the guys that you're interested in, because they're probably not going to pursue, and they've also probably been, shit on for the pursuit, and then they're scared, they don't know how to do it, they're out of practice, all of these things. And there are really, really great guys out there that you might have to let them know a little bit more that you're interested and how to go about it. So is it unfortunate? Yeah, maybe. It's the world we live in. If more guys want to sign up for my coaching, I'd happy to tell them how to do some of this and overcome it. But I feel like most of them are not ready to hear that. I think it's the women that will benefit most from the understanding of, here's how you drop a handkerchief to the guy, and then also pursuing the right guys and how to do it in a way that you're no longer attracting the assholes or the guys that
would be really valuable information if I can hear that from you. And I follow a couple of coaches, on social media, where they focus just on dating and helping women. And when it's the main ingredient is like, we don't understand you. we don't get the way you guys think. We think we do, but we don't. Like you
I
guys,
don't even think you understand yourselves, if you'll be really honest.
you guys are weird. Okay.
I mean that playfully. I
No,
think
me
a lot
too.
of
And I'm
women
playing
think
with
they
you.
know what they want.
Yeah.
They think they know what they want. They tell you what they want, but they
Mhm.
respond to something very different.
Right. Right.
And that's where guys really, like you tell me this is what you want, but it doesn't work out well for me when I do that.
Right.
That's what's wild.
The important, I think, secret sauce in the beginning is the vetting process, and really kind of how do I give this guy a chance? Do we go out to dinner? What are the questions to ask? What are the red flags that we should be looking out for in the very beginning, where we can say like, okay, you've been divorced 3 times. That's kind of a strike there already. Like, what's going on? What's the inconsistency that you have with marriage?